And welcome in to Getting Help from Uncle Sam. We have back with us Kylle McKinney with the Social Security Administration. You have done such a great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Because you teach me something every time you come, and I need to know. But you know, in talking among friends, we wanted to cover a couple of topics. One being survivors' benefits, because as a rule, women outlive men. And I've talked to several women who thought that they could draw their Social Security and their deceased husband's Social Security, and that's not true. So let's get some things for you out there who are looking at survivors' benefits. Would you just teach us what the rules are?
Absolutely. Yes, survivor benefits are paid to survivors on a deceased record. And the earliest that a person can file for survivor benefits is age 60 years old, 60 years old. Understand, however, that anytime a person files before their full retirement age for a benefit, they are going to see a reduction in the benefits. And in this case, filing at 60 would give them a 28.5% reduction, or they'll only reduce 71.5% of what they could get at their full retirement age. Now, if a surviving spouse waits until their full retirement age to file on that deceased record, they are able to get 100% of the number holder's benefits. So if I'm the number holder getting $1,000 and I pass away, if my wife waits until her full retirement age to file on my record as a surviving spouse, she gets that full $1,000. Now the thing about it is, you know, let's say she's already getting benefits on her own record.
Right.
Well, in that case, we're going to look at her record and the surviving spouse record and pay the higher of the two. She won't get both. She'll get the higher of the two. Now, if she's getting a higher amount on her record, we're not going to disadvantage her or paying her a lower amount on her survivor record, you know, so we'll always look at both records to determine which pays higher and pay on that particular record. So, there's a misconception that you're going to get both, you know, your own, and you know, that's not the case. We look at both records and pay the higher of the two records based upon when they file for the benefit.
Okay, and let's say the wife had already filed at 62, and then 10, 15 years down the line, she loses her husband. Will she still draw a full percentage or the full amount of what he earned?
If she waits until her full retirement age to draw on his record. And so if she started filing at 62, well, you know, in this case, she's past that. So
right.
Yeah, in that case, the answer is yes. Yes. Okay. When she files 15 years later, she would have reached her full retirement age. So that in that case, if what we can pay her on that surviving spouse benefit is higher than what she's already getting on her record, we will switch her over to her surviving spouse benefit.
Okay. Now, the other question that we have a lot about is disability. And there again, tell us a little bit about that, disability, Social Security.
Disability is something that's very unique to us. You know, first we have our own rules. You know, we don't pay partial, we don't pay temporary, nor do we pay based on percentages. Our definition is that a person must have a condition or an impairment that's expected to last at least 1 year or end in death and they're unable to work. So they may very well be eligible with another agency's disability, but not with ours because we have our own rules. But if they feel that they are disabled, they can apply, you know, many ways. They can apply on our website, socialsecurity.gov, or by contacting their local Social Security office. Now, it does take about 4 to 6 months to make a decision because what we do is gather their medical information.
Right.
We then send it up to what's called a Disability Determination Service, and for Alabama, that's in Birmingham. Those set of doctors makes the medical decisions based upon our criteria. So, you know, and we have two programs. One is Social Security Disability, which is based on work history and being disabled. The other is SSI, which is a needs-based program, but also based upon being disabled as well. So those are the programs available, but they can go to our website, file that way, or by contacting their local office to do so.
Okay, and the last question that I had last week was, if you are a spouse, whether you're the wife or the husband, and you have not actually worked and earned any Social Security, you can still draw on your spouse's Social Security. Would you explain that to us?
Yes, we have what are called spousal benefits, and the earliest that a spouse can file is at age 62 years old. And the number holder must have already be getting the benefit. So again, and that's for those who may not have a work history. So if I don't have a work history as a spouse, I can very well at 62 file on my wife's record if she's worked and receive a benefit. Now, if a spouse waits until their full retirement age to file a spousal benefit, the maximum we can pay a spouse at their full retirement age on that number holder's record is 1/2 of whatever the number holders do. But remember, if they file before their full retirement age, even at 62, they're going to get a fraction of that 1/2, or a reduction of that 1/2 because they're filing early. So yes, we can pay spouses at on a number holder's record, even when the spouse having no work history, and that's to make sure that they don't fall through the cracks as far as the safety measures that Social Security gives.
Yes, these are such important things that people just, they don't know, and they really need to go to your website, which is
Socialsecurity.gov. Socialsecurity.gov.
You know, go in and explore, because it's a beautiful thing, and it helps in so many situations where there may not be other help.
Absolutely.
So we just thank you so much, and stay in touch with us, and thank you for being with us, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.